and welcome back to plot 96. On this video I'll be showing you my potatoes, which I put in containers on last month, to see how they're progressing. Also a quick walk around the plot as well to show you what I've done since the last update. I painted my shed, I put a water system into my fruit cage, and the biggest thing is the polytunnel. Now, in the last few videos you've been mentioning about myself building a polytunnel. Well, that's all changed since then. Reason being, my dad, there's a legend, gave me his greenhouse. It's only a small one, 4 foot by 6. The reason being, he wanted a larger greenhouse for himself. So a little persuasion from me, we went out and bought a greenhouse, and then he gave me his old greenhouse for free. So thank you, Dad, well appreciated it. From there then, I didn't have much space then really for the polytunnel I wanted. So looking on eBay and Gumtree to pick up a greenhouse, and what I picked up then is another greenhouse, 8 by 6, which again I'll show you in a minute, for £50. It's an old greenhouse, but basically a bit of love and tender care. Spent a bit more on it for new panes of glass, which wasn't too bad because I got it from eBay at just over £2 a pane, so it wasn't that expensive. Bought all new clips and the holding retaining clips on eBay for £10. So basically the greenhouse cost me, all in all, the greenhouse and the glass and the clips, and it's like a brand new greenhouse now. It's an older greenhouse, so its framework is absolutely fantastic, for about £100, give or take £10. When I had it, I should have taken photographs of it, because when I picked it up there was all vines going through the back, so I had to sort of cut it down, but now when you see it now, it's as good as new. So I'll go around now and show you what I've done over the last month. I'll give you an update on my ceilings, how they're going, and I'll come back to you later on. Okay, so first of all then, let's show you my potatoes, how they're like now, and how they've gone in 4 weeks, and what I plan to do to them today. Okay, so here are my potatoes, the first earlies. Now, since I done these 4 weeks ago, they've been earthed up now 3 times. So today I'll be giving the last of the earth up. So I'll be mixing up some compost, so again a bit of more blood, fish and bone, and basically I'll be filling the soil now to just below the rim, and within, imagine, a week then they'll be out and away they go. Now a lot of people said on subscribers, why did I plant them? I got the idea from a guy in America. Every week I download his podcast, and he lives in a cold, they got all different sections, zones, and he lives in quite a cold area, and he can get 3 to 4 weeks on, and what he does, he buries his potatoes in the pots about 2 feet down, then he beats all the frost. So I thought, well, I'll give that a go and try that, so I can get them in earlier, and hence I got them in 3 to 4 weeks earlier, and they are coming on absolutely fantastic. So these should be out of the ground, I would have thought, by beginning of May, which I'll then store them in the pot then till need be. So that's my first earlies, and they're Winstons, and I planted them, I think, around about the 25th of February. Coming next then to my second earlies, which I planted 2 weeks later, round about the 5th of March. You can see they are obviously quite a bit behind the other two, but again, they're still coming on. Now, for an experiment, I buried the same potatoes. I buried this section here in the potatoes the same way as I did those. I did a row, and what I did basically, dug a hole 2 foot, put them into the ground, backfilled it then with a bit of compost and a bit of soil, so it's 50-50 to see any difference between the two. And then this way here then, just a row the normal way. I've got my bulb planter, 6-inch hole, dropped the potato in and backfilled it with a bit of soil and obviously a bit of fertiliser as well, to compare the 3 different types. So in the bucket, or compost, in the soil, and the normal sort of traditional way. So it'd be interesting to see difference on time, but mainly the yield, to see what the difference is in the yield. At the moment you can see the ones in the pot, they're all the same depth, are slightly, well, a lot more ahead, because these ones here I haven't even started showing yet, because obviously it's colder than these ones here. So that's my potatoes. I've got another lot of potatoes. And there, by the way, my fauna. The other potatoes I got then chitting away will go in now about a week, maybe 2 weeks, the Cara, and they'll be going in grow bags in a plot then alongside me, that bed there. Coming now to my onions and garlics, like a lot of people this year, we're all complaining about the yellow tip on top. A lot of people say because we had so much rain, it's a lack of magnesium. So I have put some blood fish and bone, and also I put some Epsom salts onto the ground. I'll be basically watering out Epsom salts now once a week to build the magnesium up into the soil, and they have picked up a lot in the colour, and they are now coming away. You can see they're coming on quite thick there in the base of there, obviously in the swelling season now, and I planted them in end of October, November. So you've got onions, garlic, white onions and red onions going through to there. They will stay in the ground until they come out, and what I'm going to do then is my seed onions and my pickle onions will be going back into this ground here. Next up then, which I'm in the middle of building, is my cage for my brassicas. We get a lot of birds around this area, jackdaws coming and pinching the seedlings, rabbits coming around as well, because obviously the area we're in, and a lot of white butterflies. And I said through last year they got in, the net wasn't big enough, so I got some more finer, I don't know if you can see it close up, netting, and I've built this. And basically how it's going to work is it's going to be way down by the clips, and what I'll do then, I'll then basically clip these clips here to take it off. Sorry for the, just a quick demonstration. I can then lift this section up, and let's get this one off here. On top, I can then slide that back then as far as I want to, and what I've done then, I've made like sort of a little bracket, so this section here then, as you can see, can lift off, and then I can walk straight in, weed, sow, wherever, without all the framework being in the way. So that's what I'm in the building, or and I got to finish off today just that section and the end section, and then in a couple of weeks time then we'll build another one, just a small one, to go from there to that post there. So we'll have two separate ones. They could be moved around then each year. That's all I got to do then, is basically lift it, move across then to the wherever bed I want to, be that bed, this bed, or this bed, so I can rotate it each year. So that's what I'll be doing now this week, is basically finishing off that section. This section here then will be, say, where my mains are going. Coming now to my fruit cage. And what I've done here now, I've got the idea from Torquay Allotments. If you haven't been to his page, great guy, and he has some really good stuff on his channel, well worth having a look. So what I've done here, I took part of the netting down, and I've built just basically PVC on top, so now when it rains, it catches the rain outside in the water gut and comes down into this barrel here. I've got a stop tap there to fill this barrel, and be connected on there to water the strawberries, and again a lower one there then to self water and be a drip system to my strawberries. So that's my strawberries in. They're off the ground, and that's there, and I say that would be now set up ready all to go for the water system. So we want now is a bit of rain to fill the barrels up. Coming to my raspberries, three just starting to shoot. They're my summer raspberries. This one here, there is a bud on, I think, and this one again is a bud on that one. They're my summer raspberries. Now my carrots. What I've done here is a local place around by us. It's a plumbing, central heating place, and when they go into the central heating for houses, they basically take the old water tanks out and just chuck them. So I was driving past one day and I saw all these water tanks in the back of their yard. So I just went and asked him, what are you doing? He said, oh, we're going to chuck them. So I asked him, can I have a few? He said, yeah, take what you want. So I took a few. I had an idea. I thought, what I'll do, I'll grow my carrots in there, because last year I didn't have much success in the ground. They forked and they're carrot fly, so in here, because the netting, that will stop the carrot fly coming in. And the mixture in there is a third soil, a third compost, and a third sand, mixed up with a bit of again bloodfish and bone. So these are my sweet candle, which was sown on the 20th of February, and yesterday I sown another lot, and they're the Kingston's F1. So, and I'll grow another pot of them then in about a month's time, and that would be enough carrots then for myself, because my wife doesn't eat carrots very much, so it's really just for myself. So there's my carrots. Blueberries are lovely. They're coming on lovely, put a flower there, look. So hopefully there should be loads of blueberries on there. This one's a little bit behind, it's a different variety. That's an earlier one. I think it's June, July, and this is July and August. The other two containers, I've got my lettuce. They come on really nice. Antarctica iceberg. They are. And next to that then, I've got my rocket lettuce. And again, what I'm going to do is basically pick them and keep growing them into that container there. So again, in here they'd be lovely. Chives, parsley. Oh, and I got then another tray then of iceberg, and they'll be eventually going up the house, put outside on the kitchen windowsill. And whenever we have a salad, just pick the leaves freshly straight up from there onto our sandwich or salad. Some more lettuce over here. Back one here, I've got Lakeland lettuce, and this one here then is again, it's a red iceberg lettuce. They're growing nicely. Now this one here, I've sown this Edox lettuce. I've sown it twice now, and it's just not germinating. So I don't know if it's a package, doggy packets, but I'll have another go now today to see if I can sow them. Now with seedlings then, again, I had some more there, again, Atlantic icebergs going on different stages. This section here, down the bottom, I've got my greyhound cabbage and my collie. They will be going ready into the ground when I finish the brassica cage off. And it's forecast now this week to be warmer weather in the evenings. Down our area, I think it's dropping down to about 7, 8 in the night, so they can go out. And then if it does drop before next week, I'll just basically, I've got a bit of plastic sheet in, I'll fold it over, just get the frost off them. Again, I've got more greyhound a little bit further behind. Left that one in the greenhouse and it got burnt. Cabbage, more cabbage. I'm not sure what, if it's greyhound or a different one there. On the bottom here, bit of a disaster here. What I did here, last week it was really hot and I was in a bit of a rush. I watered the seedlings in the greenhouse. Leaves got wet, and of course in the polytunnel, being green, is protected from the direct sun. In the greenhouse is obviously magnified, and as you can see, the top of the leaves have got burnt and slightly shriveled. Now I've left them out here. Now they are picking up. Lucky for me, they say they're the first set of leaves, and the second leaves are coming through. So I'm just going to leave them in here for a bit to see if they will pick up. But I'll be sowing more seeds now today, just in case they don't. So that's why I don't sow my seeds all together. I just sow in sections, because so every month you've got a surplus of food throughout the year. Plus then, if a disaster happens like this year, well, it's not a disaster, but if you mess up, you can always then got the seeds to replace them rather than go and buy more. These are my leeks, and they're Musselburgh. They're coming on really nice. They'll stay in here now until they get a thickness of a pencil, and when they get the thickness of a pencil, then what I'll do then, I'll transplant them then in their remaining bed, ready to go through. So that's my fruit crates. The rest of the berries are starting to budding off really nice. There's all my berries, black currants, red currants, and blackberries in there. So that is now my fruit cage all finished. I'm just going to say a little link up now, just the water system to go across to drip feed them, and bottom one's drip feed those there for the summer months. So I just basically turn it on, leave it for a couple of hours, and that'll be enough water in for them. And of course then I got 2 buckets there for the water. Okay, coming out now then, let's have a look then at my greenhouses. So this is the greenhouses. So first of all, this is the 4x2. I'm using that for my seedlings at the moment, but eventually when I finish the seedlings, I'll be putting my peppers into that one, and have a go at chilies, because Aaron has persuaded me, well not persuaded me, sort of edged me slightly when he's doing his chilies to have a go at doing and growing some chilies. I haven't got them yet, so I will be ordering them now this week, and so they'll be going in that greenhouse there. So at the moment in the greenhouse, so it's just full of my sins. I'll show you what's in there in a minute. Then this is in the greenhouse then I got off Gumtree. So that's all I've got to do now is get a new pane just for the window, so that's going to get done today, and then this then is ready to go. So all the ground has been done, ready for my tomatoes and cucumbers, which are coming on amazingly, and I'll show you them later on. So coming now into this greenhouse here, I've got my peas, they're Kelston. I've got a sow in there, and then I've got a sow in there which I've done 2 weeks later, so they're going to be the first batch. And then I've got then another set of peas which I'll sow now next month, and then I've got another type of pea then to sow then in the beginning of May. So different months I'll have different type of peas throughout then the growing season. And I'll show you what I plan to do with these in a minute. So also in here I've got again some more lettuce. As you can see, I've got loads of lettuce. These flowers, I can never pronounce these, Nicotiana. Tiny seeds. You can hardly see them, especially with my eyesight, but they have germinated, so obviously now waiting to get a bit bigger so I can then transplant them on into different modules. These are a packet of wild flower seeds, so I just basically sowed them in there. So I've got to break them up now and split them, and then I plan to plant them around the allotment for a bit of colour. Coming into the back there is where I got my spring onions, not spring onions, sorry, my pickled onions, and they're Pompery and pickled onions. What I plan to do this year is basically grow my own pickled onions and have a go at pickling. So you people out there, family, guess what we have for Christmas? Yes, pickled onions. Basil, just coming through. That was sown first time, right? Quite a long time to come through then, because they were sown in the end of January, and they're just breaking through now, and their flavour is sweet green basil. I found 4 onion sets in the shed, 6 onion sets in the shed, so I thought, well, do what Ian then, stick them in here, let them go onto into modules, put them in pots and let them grow on and into the pots then, and see the difference between growing them in pots and growing them in the ground. The rest then, I've got my pumpkin seeds, just starting to, well, this one is germinated, it's coming through now. Did we see it? This is the Atlantic dill. These were sent over from my gardener. Again, Luke, go across to his page, he did some really good stuff, and he's doing a competition worldwide. I think a few guys in this country have got a few as well, and basically it's like a competition to see who can grow the largest pumpkin. I've got no chance of winning, don't even intend to grow the largest pumpkin, but I thought, what a bit of fun, just to, you know, get in a community, grow pumpkins and see how big I can actually get it. Supposedly these are massive, so I'm pleased with that. That's a nice start, and that is going to go into my potato section just over there, so that'll be ready to go out at the end of the frost probably they come out middle of May. So I've got 4 of those. Only plan to plant one to see how many germinates, and then give the rest then away. Down here I've got a cauliflower which was given to me by a allotment neighbour. That's Romancina, I think it's called, cauliflower. It's the green one, cauliflower, so they'll be going now in the ground, so looking forward to them. Again, same I did last time, burnt the leaves in the water. They're my Brussels sprouts and my winter collie, so winter sprouts I should say, so I could re-sow them just in case. And again, I've sown these seeds here. Again, these are winter broccoli, Olympia. They were sown on the 15th of March. Nothing's happened then, so I'll sow some more there. And the rest then, basically, my geranium stocks around there. Oh, and my 2 lots of flowers, marigolds. And the Boy Oh Boy yellow, the first lot. That's them there, you see them. And the next one then is, do you pronounce it? Calodinia, look where it's gone there. Also a yellow flower as well. In this pot here I've got 2 lily trees. They basically go 8 foot tall. Coming next now to between 2 greenhouses, I had, you can see roughly what, 6 foot by 6 foot square section. So what can I put in there? So I thought what I'll do, I'll put my sweet peas. So what I plan to do is I have 3 rows. So the back section here will be my first lot of peas, and from the greenhouse ones I just showed us now, the Kelston, I'll be putting them in, and then what I'm going to do then is behind then the peas I'll be just scattering then a few peas behind them, and the same then for the next lot, and then which I haven't done yet, the frame will be for the third. So I'll have my 3 sweet peas, and that's called my field of peas. So what I'll do now, I'll take you and show you a quick shot then of my seedlings at home, and of my cucumbers and my tomatoes and my peppers. Okay, so these are my plants at home, my tomato plants and my cucumber plants. These are my Spanish beefeaters. Going then to my tomato pink plum, my golden pear drop, and my sun gold tomatoes. And then got a few then of these small little peppers, and these ones here which I put in the other week are my larger Italian peppers, and then these are my cucumbers. They're like ready to go in. They've flowering, little cucumbers on top there. I've never grown this type before. They are Pachandra. Anybody who've grown before, is that right to have tomatoes and flowers this early? I'm not sure if I should sort of pick up the flowers and a couple of fruits and get more energy into the roots. They are a vine growing cucumber, a very small one, so I'm not quite sure if I should let them go, if they are, or whether or not to sort of take off the flowers and the fruits in the first couple of trusses there. So these are my plants then indoors. So say they go in, so you can see the light, but they're going pretty well. It's forecast to be mild now this week, so I think I'll start taking them down now, because it's warm in the nights. When I say warm, it's between 8 and 9 in the night, so in the greenhouse it'll be touching like 9 degrees, so I'll start now introducing them to the greenhouse, and I'll keep half of them back here just in case it gets a bit too early. So that's my tomato plants indoors. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, or pass any comments on, and I'll see you soon. And again, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.